sit-throughs are there. What really matters is what you're able to apply. Try and pick one that's like, man, that's my sit-through. That's the one I'm going to use whenever I get caught. Try them, work them out, see if they work for you. And that's a process you've got to kind of engage in. Go, review some sit-throughs, go watch wrestling matches, whatever you need to do. It's definitely a technique in jiu-jitsu you should, in wrestling, you should know about, a shared technique. Okay, so he's beside me now. Now, like, we've been talking about this and put out some videos on this. It's kind of like, I joked about, it's like the jiu-jitsu way to sit through. Like, it's like there's a meme going around right now, these three there's three dragons. One of them looks super weird and kind of dorky, and that's the jiu-jitsu dragon. We do stuff weird. Double guard pulls, that's weird, all right? Two people run up, and then they both do this, all right? Double guard pull, it's a thing. Go watch IBJJF. Hey, but we've been talking about this jiu-jitsu sit through where you use this turtle hook. If he's passing my guard and he doesn't get the hand inside, like I'm pummeling in, knee shielded, I can kind of do this stuff. Okay, so from this turtle hook, you've got this reaching through, and you can sit through to triangle. We talked about Kimuras, a couple of triangle variations, omoplatas. There's a whole bunch of cool options from here. We even got here with an underhook in the other day. Right, but the moral of the story is you can just kind of sit through to whatever style guard you want, or submission. So there's a setting through from here, and then too from here, if you're like using this to get away, you can use that wrestler switch, with or without the turtle. Like, look, if he's trying to like crucifix my arm or something like that, like, wouldn't it be a good idea to get it away? If he was trying to choke me by grabbing my collar, wouldn't it be a good idea to get it away? This idea of like crossing your hands, it removes his crucifix threat, and it removes his lapel choke. Okay, so whether you have this or not, he gets beside me, right? He's coming in at me like this, right? I'm just doing that, whether I have this bracelet or not. Now the wrestler switch is I'm going here, I'm coming behind. Okay, now like we've been drilling this like a flow drill, now he's coming. Right, he goes away, puts weight onto me, right? If I follow or if I don't, right? But you don't want to drop like weight just down on the mat. You got to drop some on this, okay? So kind of focus on that little detail where, like there. See here? I got like weight on Randy's arm. See the dilemma. He's got to start unwinding this arm, and as he does, I'm out. If my weight's on the mat, I don't present that dilemma to him. Okay, so you can follow, if not follow, you can do the shin in, but that wrestler switch is best applied when it's timed, right? So for example, I shot it on Randy, he sprawls, he clocks to the side, right? Like this. I'm doing it as he's getting to the side, not after he's already dropped all his weight on. Okay, so a couple of details, and we just call that the switch. Then here's another idea. Okay, it's not really a sit through, but it's kind of the idea of rolling out. Okay, you can do this with or without the turtle hook. If he's not moving, with the turtle hook's best. Okay, so people are gonna try and body lock you, right? I'm sorry, seatbelt actually is what I meant, right? There. Don't allow this to happen. That's what we were talking about last time, about getting into some of these other details. Okay, so when you force the body lock, that's when we can do like that inside shoulder roll guard. Okay, now if this can take some different shapes, like if I getting his legs or his arms body locked, I can roll out. If he kind of holds on to me with the body lock around my waist here, and I start rolling, right? It may break him forward like this, and he may roll over, or I may go back down, like belly down if you can. Yes, this may also happen. What'll happen, a lot of times people will show this, they'll sit up and come into an omoplata this way, okay? But if they're stubborn and hold on to the body lock, it can become like a Granby roll. And you can do a Granby roll from here, okay? Sort of this idea, I'm gonna roll forward, right? Try not to go over with me. See, like the Granby Roll a lot of times takes him over, see if you can keep your turtle. Yeah, so I'm going here, and then I go over the back shoulder, and I'm facing his hip. It's a little more advanced. We don't teach it a ton, but it's bigger in wrestling when people are rear clenching you. And a lot of times it happens like what you saw Randy do. When I start rolling over, it makes him roll over. I could break over, like we saw in those other systems. Okay, so for Jiu-Jitsu, you're trying to a lot of times recover guards with the sit-through. For wrestling, you're trying not to get them pinning you, breaking you over from the back ride. Okay, so think about some of that. Just go kind of review. Been doing this stuff for a few weeks, but review sit-throughs from the side position. Make sense? 1, 2.